Well, it's almost Thanksgiving, and I've been hearing a lot of people with financial problems, money problems from these government shutdown, and don't know when some will get paid. Some got their food stamps, but still a little bit too late because some of the stores were running out of food at the time and stuff. So next, Genesis 5:3 on page 8 here. Number 6, the wickedness and judgment of men. Now it comes to pass, when man began to multiply on the face on this earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of the God saw daughters of men that they were beautiful, and they took wives themselves for all whom they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not strive with men forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on earth in these days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men and bare children to them. Those were the mighty men who were old men and renew. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his hearts was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made men on earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy men who I have created from the face on this earth, both men and beast, creeping things and birds of air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah pleases God. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was just a man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupted before God, and the earth was fulfilled with violence, which is today. We are seeing violence again more and more each day. So God looked upon the earth, indeed it was corrupted, for all flesh has corrupted their ways on earth. And God said to Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth, behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark, gopher wood, make room in the ark, covered inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the doors of the ark in its side. You shall make it lower second and third decks. And behold, I myself, I am bringing flood waters on earth to destroy from under heaven all flesh, to destroy which is the breath of life. Everything that is on earth shall die. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go into the ark, you, your sons, and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of each sort into the ark to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and every creeping things on earth after their kind. Two of each kind will come to you to keep them alive, and you shall take for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Those Noah did according to all God's commands. Insert Before the flood came, God gave Noah and his family gracious invitation to a place of safety. The call itself was very kind. Come into the ark, you and all your households. It was like a father tender call to his children to come inside when he sees a storm coming. We observe, however, Noah didn't go into the ark until God called him. It is good for us to follow the calls of promise, to see God going before in every step we take. God didn't tell Noah to go into the ark, but to come into it. It implies that God would go with him, would lead him into it, and in due time would bring him out of safety. Noah's wife and the children were included. It's good to belong to the family of godly men. One of Noah's sons was Ham, who proved to be a wicked man. Yet he was saved in the ark. This teaches us that in the best society on earth, there are mixtures of bad with the good. We are not to think it strange. In Noah's family, there was Ham. In Christ's family, there was Judas. There was no perfection on this side of heaven. This call to Noah is like a gospel call to us. When the flood of trouble, sickness, or death comes, Christ is our ark. If we are in him, we are safe. Therefore, he calls and let us flee to him who is our refuge and our strength. Then the Lord said to Noah, come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are the righteous before me and this generation. The great flood. Then the Lord said to Noah, come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal, a male and his female. 2 each animals there are unclean, male and his female. Also 7 each of the birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of the earth. For after 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and I'll destroy from the face of this earth all living things that I have made. Said Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood's waters were on earth. Noah, with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, went into the ark because of the water of the flood. Of clean animals, of animals that are unclean, of birds and everything that creeps on earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male, female, and God had commanded Noah, and it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of floods were on the earth. the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, on the day all the fountains of the great deep were blown up, and windows of heaven were open, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's sons Shem and Ham and Japheth, and Noah's wife and their 3 wives of his sons with them enter the ark, they and every beast after its kind, all cattle after their kind, and every creeping things that creeps on the earth its after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah, 2 by 2 of the flesh in which is breath of life. So those that entered, male and female of the flesh, went into God and command him. The Lord shut him down. Now the flood was on the earth 40 days. The water increased and lifted up the ark, and rose high above the earth. The waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth. And the ark moved about on the surface of the water, and the waters prevailed exceeding the earth, and all high hills under the whole heaven were covered. The water prevailed 15 cubit upward, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that moved. On the earth, birds and cattle and beasts, on every creeping thing that creeps on earth, and every man, all in those nestled was the breath of the spirit of life. All that was on dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the earth, of the ground, both men and cattle, creeping things, birds of the air. They were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive. And the waters prevail on earth 150 days. Noah's deliverance. Then God remembered Noah and everything, living thing, and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped. The rain from the heaven were stained, and the water receded constantly from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water deceased. The ark rest on the 7th month, the 7th day of the month, on Mount Ararat, and the water decreased continuously until the 10th month. In the 10th month, in the first day of the month, the top of the mountain was seen. So it came to pass, the end of 40 days, that now opened the window of the ark which had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to find until the water had dried up from the earth. He also sent out himself a dove to see if the water receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting spot or place for the sole of her feet, and returned into the ark to him. For the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he puts out his hand and took her, and drew her into the ark himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent out the dove out from the ark, Then, behold, freshly plucked olive leaves was in her mouth. And Noah knew the water had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days and sent out the dove, and which not did not return again to him any more. And it came to pass in 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And the second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, and you and your wife and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of flesh that is with you, birds, cattle, and every creepy things on earth. So they were made abound on earth, and be fruitful and multiply on earth. So Noah went out, his sons with his wife, and his wife's son's wife with him, every animal, every creeping thing, and every bird, and whatever creeps on earth according to their family went out of the ark. God's covenant with creation. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord and took of every clean animal, of every clean bird, and offered a burnt offering on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is still evil from his youth. Nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and days and nights shall not cease. So God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, Be fruitful, multiply, and fill this earth. And fear of you and the dread of you shall be every beast of on this earth, every bird of the air, and all that moves on the earth, and on all the fish of the seas. They are given into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all these things, even as the green herbs, but you shall not eat flesh with its life. That is its blood, surely for your lifeblood. I will demand a reckoning from the hand of every beast. I required it. And from the hand of man, from the hand of every man's brother, I will require the life of men. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he made men. As for you, being fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundant in the earth, multiply in it. Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with saying, And as for me, behold, I establish the covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, cattle, and every beast of on this earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast on the earth, those I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall I flesh be cut off by the waters. The flood never again shall their water shall be flood to destroy the earth. And God said, "This is a sign of covenant which I made between me and you, and every living creature is with you. The people of next generation, I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and earth. It shall be when I bring a cloud over the earth, the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I'll remember my covenant which is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh. The water shall never again become a flood, destroy flesh. The rainbow shall be in the clouds, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living thing, creature of all flesh that is on earth." And God said to Noah, "This is the sign of covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that's on earth." Well, I'm done with that there, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye now.